Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to some more FLERP. I'm gonna go for some more haste, just because, and we're just gonna dive into this. So, last time I did this, I wanted to do pirates. However, looks like we're looking at a pair of shadows. So we're going to, we're gonna stack shadows and see what happens. Also, big boost, you can actually move these guys while the game is paused now. That's a huge change. Alright, let's unpause and let's see how this goes. So, gosh, I hope my audio works for this. I'm going to be very sad. I'll have to check after every single run. I am on vacation, and I brought my mic with, but it's kind of glitching out on me, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Because, yeah, if you notice, if you heard me in the first video of this, talking about, like, boy, I wish that, like, weird audio glitch would stop happening. I thought it was part of the music and just kind of a stylistic choice, but no, it's actually apparently my audio interface going freaking bananas, and I didn't know. And that's actually a serious problem. Luckily, I don't need to record much on this vacation, but I'm definitely going to need to replace it for the next time. I gotta get a better travel mic set up. I'm mostly relying on just old tech that I have lying around that I can just bring with me. And apparently that's no good. I think I'm gonna need to, like, talk to some other creators and see what they say and what they do. So, big changes, by the way. Not too many, actually, for this, but one of the latest patch, I guess the 1.1 patch that came out. Shadow units gain extra range. Well, I mean, we're already here. But progression has been changed now, so it's much faster. You only have to go for 20 minutes to win as opposed to 30, which I actually think is a much better system, frankly. Mostly just... I think... Well, I mean, I don't know if you caught my first video on this. I was starting to tune out after about 15 minutes, and there wasn't really a whole lot of feeling of progression once I really started unlocking everything. And so I think very much... Let's see. I think very much with this one, we should probably... Okay, that's a controller. Well, we can get another imp. That's a summoner. Let's see. And I should probably pick something else that pairs with this, but I think we're going to wait until we find... I mean, I could grab a chainer, because we already have a couple of chains, and I think that's not the worst idea in the world. Okay. And we're trying to get up to 25 coins before I do too much. Luckily, it's, like, really easy to get there as long as you don't have, well, as long as you have some, like, reasonable AoE here. Let's see. Wizard, Spearman, Buccaneers. Okay, we should pause before I get absolutely crushed. Reroll a couple of times. Okay, that should help. Otherwise, we're going to take some serious damage. We are continuously taking serious damage. Okay. When in doubt, grab friends. That should do. There we go. Hey, we just needed the Buccaneers' solid AoE system. Once we get some more shadows, it won't be a problem, but there, it was going to be an issue. Well, rip my income, but whatever. That only matters for, like, half of this. Gosh, the music is super good. There we go. How we doing? We're at 31, so I can probably wait a little bit. There we go. Oh, there's the Necromancer. That should actually be pretty huge. We might want to consider summoners as a secondary one. Chance to spawn shield. Chainers deal reduced damage but fire an additional chaining shot. No, let's do Shadow and Chain. I feel like those two synergize incredibly well. Let's see. Next level Warlock, next level Imp. I don't think we're going to keep the Buccaneer around for long. I guess the only... Let's see. Doomsayer. Enemies in range continuously take damage. Ooh. And that AoE size should be pretty choice. Especially because that levels up Shadow and increases their range. Nice. Why do we have 2 warriors? Oh, because Buccaneer, of course. I should try for, like, a mythic run at some point and see if that does anything interesting. Let's see. Now, Stormbringer is a chainer. So let's snag the Stormbringer. Snag that. Well, hello, chains. I mean, the other alternative is we actually go Shadow 4, Chainer 6. That might almost be the smarter option. Because that way I can get rid of the really basic imp, who isn't that good to begin with. Let's see, we're at 7 out of 8. I'm digging the chains, because it gives us that AoE that we kind of needed. Because the shadow, like the base shadow perk, is not that strong. It's just extra range, which is good. But isn't like end-all be-all. Whereas this feels like it'll clear crowds. Okay. We should probably also look at some of the special characteristics for each character. Because I bet we're going to find some really interesting ones here and there. Let's see. Sir Gargoyle is an interesting guardian. Okay, so what do we have? Shadow units gain 10% damage for every other friendly shadow unit. That's pretty good. Chaining attacks do 20% more damage with each chain. I mean, all of these are good. We're going to go for Amplifier. Okay. Increased number of... max number of enemies hit up to 50. Okay, sell that. Grab the Gargoyle. And who knows, we might get lucky with some, like, really high-tier units that are also Shadow Chainers. Or something else. Oh, I see, we have Arsonists. It's the Inferno and the Doomsayer. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Okay, snag this, keep cycling. I don't think we care about any of these. I do want to do a pirate run. Sooner than later, but not immediately. There's no, like, huge rush. Okay. Controller. Oh, we've maxed out Prisoner. So even though Prisoner itself isn't, like, particularly amazing, it does fire a lot of chains now. 22 damage up to 7 enemies. That's solid. Okay. And I've got gobs of money. So there's no reason for me to wait too much. Shoot 4 Shadow Bolts per shot. Interesting. 3 chaining Shadow Bolts that deal damage... Okay. We also have Evil Eye. Gives all allies in range... in range bonus range. And then even more. I just don't think I care. Oh. I don't think I've seen those teal enemies show up before. Maybe they haven't, I just haven't noticed. Okay, Prisoner, Doomsayer. I have to actually start cycling a little faster here. Frost Chainer. 2 Frost Bolts that deal damage, chains up to 11 times, inflicts chill. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna nix the Imp. Because that Lich is too good. Let's see, and Solar Knight is 3, Paladin, Guardian Warrior. Yeah. Okay, but the, hopefully the chill is gonna give us some slow, which we kind of need. Evil Eye support, Scarecrow, Shadow, and Controller. Damn, dude. Way to, like, throw some wild nonsense at me. You know, actually, we're gonna get rid of the Necromancer. That might be a mistake, but a lot of enemies are dying outside of range. And so I don't think the Necromancer is quite as good as they could be. Okay, Doomsayer. So we have Warriors do extra damage, friendly support unit, burns do more damage. No, none of these are good. All units just get 20% extra damage. All attacks have a 25% chance to burn. Attacks deal extra damage against enemies close to the core. That could be really interesting. Let's go for Blaze Weaving. I don't know if our damage is particularly good, but that adds a little bit. It effectively turns every single one of my dudes into an arsonist. Now, obviously, we don't get the full bonus from arson, but at least we get a small one. Okay, no, it's a Vulcanus Lich. There's the Cursor, Shadow Arcane. I love the idea of that one, but no. Raven. Shadow and Wind. We could get rid of the Lich. No, but then we lose a Chainer. I don't think the Raven's worth it in this case. I love the idea of it. It would be really interesting to go for like another Wind build at some point that uses it. But right now we are in Cascade Effect Death, and we are trying to make the most of it. Okay. I'm trying to pick up stuff, while also cycle and look for anything useful. Okay. Shoot Shadow Bolts at up to 60 enemies in range. Wow, that's stupid. Who do we cycle out? Like, Gargoyle? Gargoyle for Devil. Because the Devil just shoots freaking everything, and I think getting it up to level 3 makes it beyond stupid. Okay. Evil Eye Raven. There we go. I'm just gonna cycle these harder. 4 Shadow Bolts per shot. Oh, that's upsettingly strong, and yet it's still not enough. Next level, Doomsayer. Okay. Next level of Lich. Let's see. Next level of Devil. That ups its damage. Range isn't quite as good as it could be, but that's fine. Okay, Solar Knights. Nope. Oh, Pyromaniac is a controller. Okay, so what do you have? Burned enemies deal reduced damage. No. Enemies have a chance to spawn with burns, or shadow units gain 10% damage for every other shadow unit. So that's a 40% damage bonus on all of them. That should be good. Okay, so what else can we even do? Stormbringer. I pretty much just have to start cycling these really quick. If I want to have any kind of chance at getting that devil up to maximum. I guess we could also just pause for a while. Huh. Yeah, I kind of forgot you could do this. I'm a little worried that buying things when the game is paused doesn't actually work. Oh, there was a Lich. Okay, this should help a lot. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait because my income is bad. It's actually really good. Yeah, so we pretty much want to roll down to... Let's see, we want to roll down to 25 every time. Whoops. Rolled a little too far. Oh, right, because these higher tier dudes are really expensive. Okay, there we go. Well, on the plus side, the Doomsayer is now maxed out. Who is that again? No, that's the Inferno. Doomsayer. Enemies in range take 40 damage every 0.7 seconds and are burnt. Sick. That should help a lot. Okay. We've got some room to breathe. Not much, but we got some room to breathe. Okay, now the Stormbringer's maxed out. 2 lightning bolts, 35 damage, chains up to 7 times. Every 4th attack shoots 3 lightning bolts, 4th attack shoots 6 instead. Got it. Enemies spawn with less armor, better attack speed, attacks have a chance to chill enemies. Let's go with Frost Weaving. We're hitting a lot of foes, and so if we can chill them down even further and really slow them down in the fiery zone of doom, that should work. We also have Fear, and obviously just all of the Devil's, you know, major damage bonuses. Yeah, this pacing feels so much better. Like, by and far. I was expecting this would be dicier. Okay, so I'm trying to go a little slow. We don't have too many more upgrades. It is really just max out the Devil if I can. Who I think has no enemy limit or range? I forget. Unfortunately, he's kind of rare. Same thing with the Scarecrow. Okay. Oh, there's Inferno. Who, frankly, is actually kind of one of the members of my team, I think. Okay, Doomsayer. Okay, let's pause. So the Scarecrow barely does any damage, but I mostly grabbed it for the fear, just to keep enemies off. The Devil isn't that good? Oh, but it's because its range isn't great. And the Inferno is definitively my weakest. Doomsayer, though, that AoE, and the Warlock. Followed by the Lich and the Stormbringer. Like, it's a fairly respectable group. But the Scarecrow certainly is not. I think it's just because it fires every 2.6 seconds, and not a lot of enemies are actually in range for that. And now the Lich is maxed out. Crossbolt can chain 2 additional times if it chains to a chilled enemy. Well, considering all of my attacks have a 25% chance to chill, that should work. We are getting... It's actually getting a bit dicey. Controllers do extra damage for every enemy hit. Enemies move slower permanently. Cripple. That sounds sick. Okay. There's Inferno. Let's see. We've already got Stormbringer. We've already got Lich. It's really just Inferno and Devil at this point. Everything else is just kind of non-existent. Devil. Third attack has 60% range and no enemy limit. Well, that should... Okay, that's going to be a little hard to look at, but that's fine. Let's see. Would we... No, we don't really want to swap out the Fear. I guess the one thing is, we might want to take a look at... keep an eye out for another Chainer. That we don't already have. Because there is the Sorcerer, for example. That is either going to be one of the most busted things I could possibly get, or total trash. We'll find out. Okay, I just have to be very careful to make sure I get it if I can. Unfortunately, we're in slightly dicey territories. Okay, Inferno's maxed out. We need to get this Sorcerer up. Because if that sorcerer's special ability does what I think it does, it becomes insanely strong. Let's see. Units gain attack size, threat zone. Let's do threat zone. That makes the devil ridiculous. Okay, and I have so much money that I can largely just cycle this. Okay, Battle Mage, Tempest, nah. There's Sorcerer. Okay, we just have to kind of keep chucking money at this situation. Okay. Well, now the Scarecrow should be better. Sorcerer, okay, one more. And please do exactly what I think you're going to do. I can't tell. I don't think it did what I was hoping it would. And unfortunately, I think we're about to lose. I guess the trick is after a certain point... Well, interesting. I almost wonder if next time I do this, I should just heavily embrace... heavily embrace Shadow and just go all devils. You know, have 3 spare. Arcane units do extra damage. Mythical. Let's see. Gain 10% damage for every... Nah. Let's go with the less armor. I don't know which is better, less armor or more damage. Yeah. I could probably try and save this, but I don't think I'm going to. We technically made it farther, and boy, this turned into a light show. I think part of it is just meta progression is going to be kind of necessary before I really have a chance at taking on some of these. I liked the chain build. Yeah, there's no way I could have saved this. Like, maybe I could have dumped a ton of money on it, but would have been tough. And I'm perfectly happy with where I'm at in this process. Okay. Because part of it is, I also haven't invested in Sight or Might or Spike. Like, there's a ton of these here that once I've maxed them out, it changes things pretty dramatically. Let's see. What's the most useful? I guess really, range would be nice, but I think Might's next up on the list. Smart would also be pretty good, but eh. I think we're going to go focus on Might, Sight, Spike, and Size. Or maybe Might, Spike, Sight, and Size in that order, and then everything else is just kind of bonus gravy. But for now, how long has this episode been going on for? I have no idea. 23 minutes. That one's tough. You know what? Okay. I think I'm going to do 20 minutes till dawn rules on this one. If I have a flub run that ends early, maybe I'll wrap it into an episode, but otherwise, I think what I'm going to do instead is sign off here. Because I'm on vacation, I might sound a little weird. It's because I'm on my headset mic. And like I said, it's a little janked. So, it's kind of one of those where I'm making do with what I got. And honestly, I think that was a great run. I could start another one, but then I think everybody would remember the second run, as opposed to the run where I had chains and chains and chains left and right. That was kind of fun. So, I guess with all that said, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.